In this video, I will discuss how to create Spring Cloud Gateway routes with a simple example. Spring Cloud Gateway routes to API and handles security, monitoring, and resiliency. It is built on Spring WebMVC or Spring WebFlux. Spring Cloud Gateway can match routes on any request attribute. It provides predicate and filters to match routes. We can integrate circuit breaker and discovery client to Spring Cloud Gateway. We can also rewrite the path and limit the rates. Spring Cloud Gateway routes can be created either using a bean or just by configuring in application.yml or application.properties. I will discuss here both the approaches. First of all, let's see what do we have to configure in form.xml. We have to resolve two types of dependencies. One for cloud dependencies. This is for cloud dependencies. I am using the cloud version 2023.0.3. And another dependency is for Spring Boot Starter for Gateway. Spring Cloud Starter Gateway. The minimum requirement to run a Spring Cloud Gateway route is this. We may need other dependencies for some more tasks. So, as I said that we can create Spring Cloud Gateway routes either by using a bean or just by configuring in application.yml or application.properties file. First of all, I will discuss how to create routes using bean. I will take a very simple example that I have already created. Create a Java config with the configuration annotation, and here create a bean for route locator. That has a parameter route locator builder. This route locator builder calls the routes method, and then by using its route method, we use here predicate to configure routes. Look at here. By calling .path, I am configuring the path to match. When the path is matched as Spring Boot, in this case URI will be selected as this one. It means, suppose if I run my application and access this one, if I access localhost 8080 Spring Boot, it means this is the path that will match Spring Boot. If this is Spring Boot, then localhost will be redirected to concretepage.com and this path will be appended. So when we access localhost 8080 /Spring Boot, this will be redirected to https www.concretepage.com/spring boot. Very simple. In this file there is nothing, just to start the spring boot. So let's see, let's run our application. Start the application. Application started on 8080. I am accessing localhost 8080 spring boot. This will be redirected to concretepage.com/spring boot. Okay. If it does not match spring boot, suppose I am using the wrong URL, spring boot 1. So we have not configured this path. So error. It is not found. 404 is error. Okay. Now I will discuss how to redirect the URL. Use filter and redirect. Suppose path matching is spring, and then it will be redirected to spring boot. Okay. So the URL is spring boot. In this way, by using path match, we can redirect to another path. Now I will do the same thing using configuration file. So let's see. I comment this part and come to the application.property file. Here just configure Spring Cloud Gateway routes, and then configure ID, URI, and in the predicate use the path. ID just keep a name, URI which URI need to use when it matches with predicates. In the predicate path predicate, I'm assigning Hibernate. If I access Hibernate, this path will be matched, and then this URI will be used. Let's let's restart the application. we can see that it is redirected to Hibernate. In this way, we have both approach, either using application YML file or property file, or we can create a bean. Okay, this was a simple example to start with a Spring Cloud Gateway. Thanks.